Hi everyone, we decided to do a video to talk about some of the most pertinent questions to do with Intellimen. And you know, one of the things that people ask us the most when they start the Intellimen project is whether or not they can do the challenges, the whole Intellimen project challenges, by themselves without a buddy. Because one of the first challenge you're going to do is that you need to find a buddy to do the whole project with you. Now, the reason why the answer to this question, if you can do the project without a buddy, the answer is no. I'll explain to you why. You know that one of the main differences between men and women is that women, they have this natural sense of community. So if they're going through a problem, naturally, they will go and talk to their friends, they will go and say what's going on. Even in marriage, when a couple goes for advice, it's usually the woman that wants to seek advice. Men usually tend to fight against the problems by themselves. They tend to deal with things by themselves. And this is a big problem. Why? Simply because everybody has a breaking point. When you deal with things by yourself, there will come a point where you will not be able to cope. You need help. Another reason, and this is particularly for me one of the most difficult things when I did the project, is that we men don't like to share things that are personal to us, right? So if you're going through, you're doing a challenge that's very close to something that you're going through, something you need to change about your character, we don't like to come to our buddy and say, you know what, this week's challenge is really something that I need to work on. It's a problem I've had for years. We don't like to do that. So you not having a buddy it's like giving you a green card or an excuse for not having to deal with this issue. Because the moment you go to your buddy and you say, I've been struggling with this for a while, then you automatically expose the problem and you are forcing yourself to deal with it. When the person does it by themselves, Douglas, that doesn't happen. It's like you pretend it's not there. In your mind, you say you are doing the challenges, but you're not really forcing yourself to deal with it, right?
Yeah, and that's the reason why every man who wants to do the Intellimen challenge, the very first task that is required from this man is to find a buddy. And meaning, if I cannot fulfill the first task, if I can't deal with the first task, which is to have a suitable body that will help me in my project, how will I be able to do the other tasks? And men in general, and in fact we've been talking about this a lot, men in general suffer a lot because they don't ask for help. One of the reasons why many men die at a very early age is because they don't go and see a doctor. They don't go and seek further advice.
They think they're invincible.
Exactly. And this goes completely against the Intellimen,
The motto.
the idea of the project.
Yeah.
I've been doing my challenges, James, and I'll be quite frank with you. Some tasks have been very hard, not because the task is hard by itself, but because it clashes with your pride.
Yeah.
But it's been very helpful.
Absolutely. So to answer that question again, you can you do the project by yourself? You can, but it's not really going to help you. Because part of the reason of that this project is so helpful is that you force yourself to bring out issues that you've never dealt with, that have been hidden there, and talking to your buddy will make him understand that he's not alone dealing with this, that you are on the same boat, and together you're going to help each other. Another question that a lot of people have is, look, I was doing my Intellimen project. I stopped at challenge 22, and because my buddy gave up, or I gave up, maybe, I don't know, perhaps you were doing well and then you stopped, or your buddy gave up. So the question is, can I carry on by myself? Of course, you know now that the answer is no. But if that body no longer wants to do the project, is not serious about it, can you find someone else? Then of course, the answer is yes. You can find someone who is serious about changing, becoming a better man, an intelligent, strong, determined man. And together, hopefully you would have already have a relationship, a friendship. Together you can then work on the projects. The bottom line is for you to understand you cannot do this by yourself. Actually, few things in life we can do by ourselves completely alone. So you can find another body. You can pick up from where you left, right? If you had stopped somewhere, and then take it from there. Or if you feel that you hadn't taken the project seriously and you want to start again, then you can start again the project. And the final thing is, something that really helped me when I did this project is that I forced myself to have a specific set time to deal with my tasks religiously. So every Sunday afternoon, I would take an hour, a couple of hours to go over what I had done during that week in the project. And, I would write a report on it. Then I would, for myself, of course, I would read on the new task, prepare that whole week, how I would work on that new challenge. And that's what really helped me. Also, I have to say that the project initially started from January to December. But for me, it took me more than a year to complete because some of the tasks, I felt that I had to work on those things a little bit longer, a little bit deeper. So it took me 3 weeks, a few of them, not many. And I tell you, the result is amazing. So I encourage you that perhaps have started the Intellimen project, go until the end, motivate your body. Don't do the meetings, by phone. If you can do it personally, go out, have coffee, talk about the challenges. Motivate each other. If you see that he's no longer, or he's losing interest, you motivate him, vice versa. And this is the idea of the Intellimen project. And I'm sure that we will have, as a result of this, men who are stronger, more determined, and that will have dominion over themselves. Okay? We hope it's been helpful, and we'll see you later.